Yeah, I lost you. I lost Rob, my friends. Please hold on a second for this live video chat song today. Technology issues, pardon me. Bring Rob into the meeting with us today. He'll be here soon. Again, welcome to We're Overlap. I'm Rich Shooping and Rob Seidenbaum today to talk about a new song, The Everythingness of Love. I'm going to play the song first, and we'll welcome Rob back in the meeting with us. Doing good today, guys? Doing good today? I'm pretty grateful. Still breathing through every emotion, every trauma, every moment. But let it be as it is. No matter what emotion arises, if you see the emotion, that's the gift. If you freak out, look at the freak out, like I tend to do now a lot. I have to admit this is a heavy time of my life now. I look at the problem and I breathe through it. Where's Rob? We lost Rob. Here he is. Welcome back, Rob. Technology.
That was on you, bro.
No, it wasn't scooter.
You just disappeared.
It's the software, my friend. Software. Let's share the
That's
software.
not good.
It's all good, man. Let's share the
I'm
software.
still going to blame you.
Please do.
Yeah. I know it makes you feel good.
It does, man. Oh. Hold on. Try this.
Go ahead.
What?
I said I love our symbol with the figure 8, the infinity sign. Yeah.
Me too. It's symbolic. The colors too. It pops.
Yeah, that's going to be my next tattoo.
Nice.
Yep.
You found the song. Ready? I was prepared.
It's all part of the game. All part of the game, bro.
Yes, it never stops. Everything in the summer love. Everything in the summer love. Here it comes.
Yep.
Just water and blood, keeping me alive. With shapes and faces drowning mine. Beautiful smiles and the darkest clouds never making a sound. Just to wait on the ocean, the wave in the ocean. Just to wave in the ocean, we wave in the ocean. Just a ship on the ocean, a breeze on the ocean. Just a drop of emotion, a drop in the ocean. So meaningless, supporting in the wonders of this embrace. Everything that I want. It's timeless, it's nameless, innocent and nameless. The everythingness of this love.
We love our songs.
Put a lot in.
Yeah.
Never away, never asleep. How do we grow without lying to ourselves? Can we wake up, drink from the cup, no longer tangled in the broken dreams we found? The broken dreams we found. Supporting in the wonders of this embrace, the everythingness of our life. It's timeless, matchless, innocent and blameless. The everythingness of this love.
Yeah, welcome to the show. I'm reading a song for you. That was the Everythingness of Our Love, which is This Love, which is another new song. Hope you enjoyed that. Now I'm going to talk about the song.
I know I enjoyed it. I always do. I listen to it every day.
Yeah, me
And
too.
for me, when I was writing, I don't say that I write all the lyrics. I don't. Rich takes them and makes them into a song. I'm just a poet and a storyteller. Rich is the musician. But to me, it was about understanding that not knowing our past is what makes us limitless. And I think that 99.9% of the people live in their past trying to create a future, meaning it can only exist. I mean, only repeat is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so when we go into a wave on the ocean, and that's what we are, and it's about, in our book, The Myth of Death, and I'll get to this in a minute, it's about the wave will crash on the beach, but it always returns to its source. And we're the same, and that's what makes us limitless. If you're constantly tied up in your past and the things that have happened to you, which have happened to Rich and I a lot.
Yeah.
And of course, there's a lot of other people who may have had it worse. I don't know. I don't envy them. I can tell you that. And as we pass through this life, we go into faces and places passing by, and isn't that the truth? We see different faces, we see different places, they pass by, and yet here we are.
We're always aware. We're always,
Yeah.
always still.
Oh, that's the thing, and that's the new song I'm working on.
Yeah.
The new lyric. I don't want to say song. That's
Yeah.
not there.
But the idea is that you don't repeat the past, so the new is fresh. It comes from intuition instead of recycling old stories. It's more, authentic. And
Yeah,
here,
it's like stepping out of the pattern of our conditioning.
yeah, exactly.
And that's not the easiest thing in the world to do. And Rich and I aren't making light of it because when it first hits you, it's like a shock.
Yeah, it is.
It really is because you're always comparing yourself to what other people think. And what we're saying is, don't. You were born with a purpose in life.
Yeah.
Here you go with the yawning again. Now you're making me itch my nose. You're born with a purpose, not a pattern. Your pattern when you're born or conceived is the purpose. And you have to find out what that is. And many times I asked myself when I was younger, what do I want to do with my life? And I had no idea, and now Rich and I found each other through a lot of crazy, insane circumstances.
Yeah, synchronicity.
And we've written 2 books now, and we've written and produced and sung over 70 songs within 10 months.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And it's not because we don't consider it work. It's just a natural flow of who we are.
Yeah, exactly.
And we want to pass that on to our listeners, our subscribers, our followers, which we love. and it means so much to us and to other people because one of our songs, well, really everything we do is helping other people, and including charities and just being grateful for who you are, what you have. And once you're grateful for what you have, more can be added to you. But if you're constantly complaining, I want this, I want that, I need this, I need that, then the insight of creation itself, it can hear you, but you can't hear it, and it wants to communicate with you because there's no creation and I mean, no fragmentation within creation. It's impossible. So it's compassionate unto itself. And as soon as you let yourself go, that insight is constant. Yes, yeah.
Fallen.
There will be interruptions where you fall back into the pattern that you were, but you see it right away, and you're like, this has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, exactly.
And silence is the key, and you can't seek the silence with sound, which is, and we're referring to the sound of thought, the
Right.
constant repetition that you want to know something, but you can't know silence. And then we're not talking theoretically. Once it happens, then it's all there at once. And that's how we've done so much in the last less than a year.
Yeah.
Who else do you know who's written 6 or 7 albums in a year?
Right.
You
We
know,
share,
but
we share the silence.
yeah, we share our silence. I love that.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. Yeah.
It is the truth. I know, but sometimes your insight opens me up.
And
You know what I mean?
vice versa, exactly.
Yeah, I know. But that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
share the silence. I really, really like that.
Yeah.
That might be something I can work with.
You sure can, I'm sure.
Yeah, sharing the silence. Now, I want to, we hope you love the song. We hope you like our songs because it helps us so much and it helps us help others. You don't have to subscribe unless you want to, but we put out a new song every week. I don't think there's ever been a week that we haven't. No,
No.
we've done more than a week because it's
Yeah,
over 70 in less than a year.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
two.
so you can get our updates and things like that, and the other things we're working on. And from the book, The Myth of Death, Eternal Season, I want to share a true story. Rich and I both grow fruits and vegetables. All right. Now, I didn't do any vegetables this past year because you and I were pretty busy, and I just didn't feel like I could take the time to do it. But I have perennials.
Yes, right.
And I have blackberries, strawberries, grapes, peaches, and apples. All right. And in the summertime, I go out and I have breakfast outside. It's just picking them off a vine,
Nice.
and it's a blessing, you know. So I think to myself, and this is where the death of time really, not the death of time. That's the first book. The myth of death comes from. So you pick a blackberry off a tree and you eat it, and you automatically assume the blackberry is dead. That can't be possible. It's alive on the vine, and now it's alive in me, so that I can continue to stay in motion. And that's how creation works. It does not need any outside energy source. It consumes itself. All right.
Yeah.
And so where can death reside with that simple logic that I have to eat to stay alive? And it doesn't matter if it's plant or animal. Sorry to the vegans and the vegetarians. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, even wolves eat meat. You know what I mean? And that's how they stay alive. So there can be no thought of an ending when it comes to death. I mean, you didn't think about it before you were conceived. How are you going to think about it now that you have been conceived? You have to consume to stay in motion, again, just like creation must. If it needed an outside energy source to stay in motion, it would be finite. It would not be eternal because that energy source could run out. And then what does it do? All right. So it doesn't see itself as it doesn't recognize death at all. It recognizes death as birth, which is exactly what happens to all of us. We have to consume to stay in motion.
That's true. Yeah. Well said, brother.
I
Well
don't
said.
think You can't get away from that. There's just no way. It even says in the Garden of Eden, and I was a Christian. My mom, who's still a Christian, says, "Well, you wouldn't have to eat if there hadn't been sin." And I pointed out the very simple fact that God told Adam and Eve that you could eat from any fruit here except for this one tree.
Knowledge, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So now, knowledge is, to me, knowledge in that metaphor is the possession of knowledge.
Yeah, separate self. Right.
Separate self. And then you're kicked out of Eden. And
because, if you lose heaven, you lose the idea of having oneness.
It's just a symbolic story.
Yeah, it's metaphors. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
true.
Exactly. That was written thousands of years before in Japan.
Yeah.
So
it's all the same story being told over and over again to let us see our truth.
That's important to understand.
Yes, it is.
Because that means that what we're talking about existed thousands of years before Christianity.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And when you get locked up in the definitions of what you believe, then your beliefs take over, and that is the separation.
It's a prison.
The prison. And then we decorate the prisons when we decorate the prisons, with new curtains as we jump from religion to religion, from belief to belief.
Sure, belief, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and in the end, there's nothing to believe in. We have knowledge. I know how to tie my shoes so I don't have to relearn every day. I know how to find my way home when I go out. It's just a survival mechanism. It's not a person. It's not a separate soul. If there is a soul, which I believe there is, I don't want to say believe, which I feel there is, all right, there's only one. And although it's biologically diverse for purposes of adaptation / evolution, it doesn't create any separation. It creates the ability for everything to expand and grow, not only in intellect, but in size, and it's just all encompassing, and that's what this book is about. It's saying, hey man, you step back and really look. I mean, the next time you're eating lunch or an apple or anything else, wasn't it once living? And now because of that death, so-called death, you get to compete.
You become the apple. You eat it.
You are the apple.
Yes, exactly. You already are.
Yeah. So death is actually the source of life, just as life is the source of death, making them one awareness prior to any definition.
Before the form is just a game of death.
Nothing stays in form. We call it aging.
Yeah, exactly. It falls apart. Nothing exists.
Yeah. Aging is nothing more than getting closer to another birth.
Yep.
You might not look the same. You might not think the same, but who cares?
Yeah.
We don't know where or what we are, even now, and that's so important to understand, and it's a part of the song. Am I asleep? Am I awake? How could I know without lying to myself?
Which means when you forget yourself, you're kind of lying to yourself in a sense.
Well, when you forget yourself, you found yourself, to me. All right. But when you accept everything you're taught, you're lying to yourself.
That's what I meant. Exactly. Yes.
I know exactly what you meant. I just wanted to express it.
Sure. Extrapolate.
Right? And as soon as you accept that you don't know if this is life or death, I'll ask you point blank, what is the exact opposite of nothing?
Everything. Me, everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Everything. One physics teacher or whatever she was said, well, it's not just everything. It could be something. And I said, well, isn't something everything?
Yeah.
And I never heard from her again. So I guess
Sure.
I guess she had her set ways,
Well, did be teaching it.
Well, she has like 5 degrees and she's still searching.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. When you stop, I got you.
And she's the one who said I must have lived 10,000 lives to understand these things without ever having studied them. And my thought was, and I didn't say this, is like, I haven't lived 10,000 lives. I've lived one.
Yeah. That's it.
From start to finish.
Yep.
And there is no finish. All right. So I think I've babbled long enough.
Very, very well, brother. Very nice talking to you today.
What do you have to say?
Well, Rob covered it very well. I'm just thankful, grateful to be creating more music and inspirations for us and for you to be alive, awake, and aware in this body. To be aware, not alive, but to be here, present with you, not knowing anything ever. And I'm just thankful for the subscribers, for the people that like these videos. They're not quite the trendy videos of today. It's just who we are, authentically sharing what we're doing. We know it's going to work out for us because of our creation.
Because we also want to give back to everyone.
Exactly. We're always giving back. Passion currency.
Yeah.
Always, it's what we do. We give back every day, every way we can, with these songs, with ideas, with nature, with the breath, with the heartbeat, with creativity.
And that's our motivation. That's our motivation for doing what we do. We're not trying to get rich. We're not trying to be famous. We just want to give. We were given gifts at birth, and it took us both a while to find what those gifts were. And when you get that gift of creativity, you have to give back.
You sure do.
It's not really a choice. And I'm not talking about a judgment choice. I'm talking about you can't help it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Breathing. It's a momentum of,
Yeah.
It's a impetus. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like breathing.
Yeah, it is. Really is.
You want to pass that breath on to someone else who might be struggling the way we did.
Exactly.
And there's no accident in Rich and I finding each other, and we're going to continue to create and hope you participate.
That's all we're doing.
Yeah. And we're going to do everything we can. And there is a song out there called Not Yet, and all the proceeds from that song on our YouTube channel is going to St. Jude's Medical Center.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we're not asking for any donations like a lot of other charities. We're saying, listen to the song. If you like it, like it. If you want to subscribe, because it helps with the algorithms on YouTube. And the more you like the song, hit like, smash like, as Rich likes to say.
Yeah. Smash.
The more money that we can raise for children with cancer.
Yeah.
And that's our whole format and what we're doing. And it's great.
Yes, it is. It's a great life to live, a great expression to express.
We're lucky, and that's why we talk about being grateful for what we have.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to
be right.
Yeah, we want to show you how to be grateful for what you have. Maybe you haven't found it yet, but if you interact with us, maybe we can help.
Yeah, we sure can. Yeah. Our perspectives, our unique walks of life may resonate with you in some way. Please reach out to us. Talk with us, dialogue with us. We're open with you unconditionally. That's the way it is with us. We're just
no judgment. No judgment. And I think that's about it. I have another song to send to you, and I still have to exercise.
Yeah, I got a lot to do myself today still. Plus, we'reoverlap.com. Check our website out. Sign up for email blasts, and I'll send you information on what we're doing. And also, Amazon.com for the book where The Myth of Death, Eternal Secret. Also, The Death of Time.
I know. I get mixed up with The Death of Time and Myth of Death all the time.
The idea that we lost time, then the death after time. It's like there's no time, there's no death. It's like a continuation of understand awareness.
Yeah, time is actually the death.
Yeah, exactly.
Of creativity.
You find that we want to extrapolate on that with this next book, Myth of Death. There's more books after this, I'm sure. Also,
absolutely.
Also on Bandcamp.com, you can buy our songs, just stream songs for free, Wear Overlap, Rich Shooping. And that's it, Facebook Life. Have a good day.
We'll see you again.
We love you guys. We're going to shine forever, eternally.
All right, brother. I love you, man.
Nice, brother. See you.
I'll send you that next one soon, okay?
Yeah, I'm working on the video for this song.
I know, brother. So we'll get one done for next week.
It's called Without Words. Check it out, man.
It's a whole new brand of music, a whole new style that Rich put together.
Yeah, it's more.
Rich actually created something entirely new, so we hope you like it.
Yes, we hope you do. Have a wonderful day. Be well, be safe, be grateful.
Yep, be grateful.
Yeah. Stream the stream.
All right.
That's it.